By the way, today is Wednesday, May 21st, and it's 1:31 p.m. my time. So just in case somebody out there wants to try to say that this is scripted, it's debunkable. um, I'm doing a reading on Henry's PR situation. Sorry, my boogers are being annoying. Okay. Hopefully I don't get disconnected. Excuse me. I have allergies really bad. Okay. Alright, we're going to do a reading on Henry's PR. What is going on with Henry's PR? What is going to happen next? Hold on, let me get a drink. What is Henry going to do next with his PR? Okay, we got the Hangman reversed. So they're saying already he's going to be freed up from something and tethering him, something that's been holding him back. We got the star here. The star is about his wishes being granted or manifested. Clarify, what is this talking about? What is Henry's wishes? The High Priestess. The High Priestess. So his wishes are going to be granted around the High Priestess. Energy. What specifically? Give us more information. This is PR stuff. Clarify. Okay, so we got the Tower reversed. We've got the Temperance and the Page of Swords upright. So after a big oscillating instance or a destruction of something, he gets to balance out everything or repair or heal something online. Social media. Page of Swords has to do with his social media presence. So his wishes get granted around a High Priestess. Now clarify the High Priestess without interference. Okay, we've got a Nine of Wands, and then we got the Seven of Cups, and then the Justice. So this has to do with something, this has to do with a romantic option for contract. The Justice is about legal contracts. Seven of Cups is about somebody that he thinks about or romanticizes about. We got the Nine of Wands. So he's had a tough battle trying to get this situated with the High Priestess. So Nine of Wands is about him fighting to have something in his contracts. Okay, so he wants to have High Priestess. He's looking over at the High Priestess. Three of Cups. He wants to work together with the High Priestess around his contract stuff. Okay. King of Pentacles and then the Knight of Cups. So they're saying that he wants to be able to romantically pursue this High Priestess via the contracts. This is what he's been thinking about and daydreaming about. And he's had a tough battle over this because that hadn't been granted up until this point. So it shows wishes get granted around the High Priestess. What he wants manifests. He gets to repair a situation, most likely his online social media presence. He gets to repair and heal, mend that energy after a destruction has passed. So destructive force, the Tower is in reverse, so it's in passing. Three of Cups, so he gets to work together or have this Three of Cups with the High Priestess. So to celebrate, to hang out, to coordinate, to work together, to get together with High Priestess, and then it just confirms it has to do with his romantic pursuits because it's the Knight of Cups here next to the King of Pentacles. How soon is this wish going to be granted? So it looks like he's being freed up to move towards the wish that he wants. Hangman reversed. Okay, so we get the Wheel of Fortune upright, so the time is now. It's aligned at this point in time. Okay, so okay, we got a Three of Swords. And then we got the Ten of Wands, so he's going to be cleaning up a mess. Breakup. Three of Swords is about a breakup. So it's going to be happening at the same time that this Three of Swords takes place. And then this is how he gets everything together, cleans up a mess. Ten of Wands is like gathering wands to rebuild structure elsewhere. Okay? And he's reflecting on the Three of Swords because he's looking to the past, to the back. He's looking over his shoulder at, over what's across from him as he's gathering the wands in the card. So it shows that he's reflecting on that Three of Swords. He's aware of the Three of Swords, and then he's willingly participating in cleaning up a mess or gathering what he needs to move on and rebuild elsewhere. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune over here is basically the timing is aligned with this Three of Swords. So this is going to be granted as soon as a breakup takes place. Mr. Cavill has a Harvest, Seven of Pentacles with the King of Wands. Right now he's taking action. I'm going to show you the cards so you understand what I'm saying. This wish will be manifested. I'm sorry, it's trying to cut off on me. Nine of Wands, Seven of Cups, the Justice. So this is about his legal contracts. This is a romantic odd for his legal contracts. He's had a tough battle with having this manifest. Okay, so he's looking at this. He wants to have this Three of Cups romance. Him romantically pursuing High Priestess and including it in his contract. Okay, so that's what they're saying. And then when I ask, when is this wish going to manifest or be granted? They say the time is now. It aligns now with this Three of Swords. So there's going to be a breakup situation or something of that nature. And then they show me Ten of Wands. So he's looking at Three of Swords. So as he's looking at this, he's gathering his wands. He's gathering what he needs to rebuild elsewhere. And then he's also coming in as King of Wands with Seven of Pentacles. So he's looking directly at the Ten of Wands. And that's Henry taking action. He's in the action mode. Action suit with the King of Wands. He's collecting. He's harvested a full crop here. He's probably collecting monies for the end of the PR. Okay? That's probably what this is about. But he has results. There's going to be some tangibility to what he's doing. You're going to be seeing him cleaning up his social media. I'm just letting you guys know. He takes action to gather what he needs. So he's only taking what he needs with him to rebuild elsewhere after this Three of Swords takes place. So it's aligned. It's happening now, okay? There's no delay. The Wheel of Fortune is not reversed, it's upright, so the time is aligned now. And they did hint, they already told me, right here, with the Tower reversed, the Temperance, and the Page of Swords, he's going to be mending his online presence, fixing, healing, social media. So this is about the image that he's come across after a serious destructive force came through and fucked everything up, okay? He's going to be mending the fences with his social media. So online, on his social media, he's going to be repairing something after a destructive force has left and is leaving now because the Tower is reversed. The residue of that Tower still lingers, but he's rebalancing everything out online. So he wants to be able to do this with the High Priestess. That's why she's here. Okay, so we have the results are going to be tangible enough for people to see. People are going to see Henry. There's going to be tangibility to Henry cleaning up something online. I'm going to go on a limb and say this is him removing posts, moving stuff from his Instagram profile after this breakup takes place. Okay? So you're going to see him removing something off his social media. And then he only takes what he needs with him in the future. He leaves whatever's going on with this Three of Swords with you know who. I'm going to clarify this card though, just so y'all can see it. But he's looking at it. He's like, whatever I don't need that's attached to this, I'm leaving behind. I'm only taking what I need to rebuild my life in the future. Rebuild my situation in the future. So, and that's what he's going to be doing. He's taking action to do this. There's money to be collected here. Okay, so now I'm going to put my phone down again. Clarify this Three of Swords. Ten of Cups reversed. Came out right off the bat. So that right there is telling me this is about Natalie. Okay. The challenge is Two of Wands. And then the Queen of Cups. So the challenge... okay, which has been suppressed. The Sun reversed. Okay. So they're already confirming to me that this Three of Swords has to do with situation where there's no... it's not a family unit. And then the challenge, Two of Wands. Maybe people are having... there's a challenge of seeing him out and about with her. Most likely. This is about Natalie. Which has been suppressed. She's been suppressed in some way. She's looking over it. That she's aware that she's been suppressed. Okay? Ten of Cups reversed. There's just not a harmonious family unit at all going on with this Queen of Cups. So, and this has been suppressed. And there has been challenges around sightings. Okay, so they're confirming that's what this Three of Swords. So this Three of Swords happens to a Queen of Cups, which has been suppressed, of which there is no family. Okay? Now, let's continue where we left off. Okay. So, what's next? What is Henry doing next? His PR? Please continue off on that question without interference. Okay. So his new PR stuff is going to include a High Priestess. Okay. Okay, so they're just pointing out that, because we got the Queen of Swords reversed, Page of Cups upright, and the Ace of Swords reversed. So they're already saying that she's already tried to lie to block off this Page of Cups, which she is not received a victory. Just pointing out somebody's in the Five of Cups energy here. Okay, so this is all part of Henry's PR situation. That's funny. Oh my goodness. I'm just going to show you the cards. Okay, so what's funny is what happens next. They're already showing you guys what she's been doing, right? She's been trying to lie, or communicate lies to block off a Page of Cups. So block off a younger person, a younger romantic interest with no success. The Ace of Swords reverse. She's not had a breakthrough with that at all. And she's in this Five of Cups. So you know who we're talking about. We're just going to codename her Envy. Okay? She's in this Five of Cups. She's lost a lot from this situation. And she's very much disappointed because she's been trying to lie to block off this younger person, younger love interest. And it's because Henry's very much devoted to this Two of Cups. Which is, it's now popping up under people's watchful eyes. Okay, people are aware that he seems to be in some kind of different relationship that he seems more tangibly committed to. Okay, he's determined to go the extra mile as long as it takes with this Two of Cups energy. And people are now studying this. They're aware of this situation. While this person has been lying to try to block off this Page of Cups. So she's been trying to stop people from listening to this Page of Cups energy. And there's her swords blocking. She's trying to use her communications swords to block this Page of Cups with no victory. Because she's in the Five of Cups. Because she's disappointed. She's boohooing over her losses. She's had no breakthrough whatsoever. And Henry seems quite determined to continue forward with the High Priestess that he has that Two of Cups with. People are aware now. People are looking at everything under the fine microscope and could see that this is what's happening. This is energy that's playing out right now. Okay? So there's that. So this is going forward. This is what's happening around his PR situation. We got a liar, somebody that's trying to communicate and control communications to try and block off a younger person. A younger romantic interest. Page of Cups. Alright. What is Henry doing right now? What does he do? Or when should we hear? Let's see when. When should we see Henry Cavill getting together with his High Priestess? When should we see? When should we see Henry Cavill getting together with this High Priestess? I got the Moon. Emperor. Not something that's hidden or being overshadowed by an Emperor energy. So something, a professional appearance, a professional image or position. Okay, clarify. When should we see Henry getting together with this High Priestess without interference? When should we... Okay. We've got the Moon, Emperor, and the Nine of Cups. So they're already telling me that he will be displaying this Queen of Cups. He'll be displaying her alongside his professional image. Right now it's a secret, or it's hidden. Okay. It's a secret, or it's hidden, overshadowed, or eclipsed by an emperor status. So maybe it will be visible alongside the status or reputation or something to do with his productions or presentations publicly. So something to do with his professional career, something, or management. I don't want to say management. Something that he manages or controls somehow. It's an emperor status. Notice how the sun is eclipsed with the moon. So, and it shows Nine of Cups as like something being put on display. And then the Queen of Cups fell out. And then the Lovers. And then the Eight of Wands reversed. So, there hadn't been any, to this moment, any official communication about this specific Queen of Cups. Not from his page. He hasn't technically admitted to having a connection or a relationship with this Queen of Cups, which is why there's been no communication yet. So that's why the Eight of Wands is reversed. The Lovers here. This Queen of Cups looks over here at the Lovers. She's expecting this Lovers to be displayed, right? So this is something that is going to be on display alongside his new reputation, new role, something to do with his career. It's being eclipsed, or it's being concealed or covered by his emperor status. So like, I'm gonna go ahead and tie these two together. I feel like this is about, it's gonna be one and the same. So as soon as this all pops off here, maybe a new role. I feel like this has to do with a new role, or it could be just him being the emperor in the Warhammer stuff. There's something with the emperor energy. Okay, it has to do with his career, has to do with his projects, something he's working on. It's going to be him attached to this Queen of Cups. It's going to be attached to his career or his image somehow. His business arrangements. Okay? And they're saying it's hidden right now, technically, but it's overshadowing. It's, there's the... It's almost hard to put into words. The way I'm seeing the cards in my head right now as they fell out, I'm seeing it as something that's going to be on display alongside a role, alongside a reputation, or alongside a project that he's working on, he's known for, or recognized for. Okay? And that's why there hadn't been, technically in the past, and they're confirming the Lovers with this Queen of Cups, technically the connection here that we're discussing hasn't been communicated about officially. There hasn't been messages on his Instagram of him saying, oh yeah, I'm with this person, so and so, blah blah blah, this is my new person. He hasn't said anything like that yet. So there hadn't been any news articles or messages or anything about this Queen of Cups, but she will be on display alongside this new role. Okay, remember what I said here about this High Priestess. Henry's being freed up from something that's been holding him back or tethering him. Okay, he's being freed up to move towards what his wishes being granted, and then the High Priestess fell out. So they're talking about a High Priestess. And then they went and described that he had a tough battle over this because she's a romantic option, and he wanted her involved in the legal contract. Somebody, and I further clarified, got Three of Cups, King of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. So somebody he's been romantically pursuing, somebody that he wants to work together with. And then they're also confirming about this high priestess, about him moving forward, mending his situation online, social media presence, Page of Swords, after a destructive force came and rolled through and basically destroyed everything, his image online. Okay, and then I asked, when is this wish going to be granted? Three of Swords with the Wheel of Fortune. As soon as this breakup happens, it's all going to roll out at the same time. He's getting what he needs to rebuild elsewhere. He's taking action now. There's going to be tangibility. People are going to know what he's doing. There's going to be results. Okay, so things, and he's collecting money. So there's something to do with collecting money too. So because he's owed something. There's a harvest, a full harvest here at the end. And then they just say that the high priestess is going to be the Queen of Cups, who's going to be attached to his new role. It's going to be on display at the same time. And they're just pointing out that there hadn't been any official news articles about this specific Queen of Cups, because she's been hidden. It's been a secret. Okay? So there it is. Alright, so what should we expect when this high priestess manifests as a wish granted for Henry? What should we expect? Okay, we've got a Queen of Swords reversed, a Two of Cups upright, and the Queen of Cups reversed. You got somebody that's going to be lying about this relationship after being turned down. You got Page of Cups reversed. This is interesting. Okay, so what should we expect when this high priestess manifests as a wish Henry around his business contracts? Alright, so they're already saying it's not going to be secret. There's going to be clear message that manifests about her. There may be some romantic messages or something that's really sweet. There's going to be some kind of idea. Or Seven of Cups, because romanticizing or thoughtfulness with an Ace of Swords, so a message. It's going to be a message. Eight of Wands and the Ace of Wands upright. So there's going to be communications released. Articles released about Henry and his high priestess. New relationship. Okay? So they're already telling me that when this happens, there's going to be somebody that's going to be lying about this relationship or attempting to. She may lie and say that he was juggling situation. Okay, we got the Two of Pentacles, Five of Swords, and then the Seven of Wands. The thing is, though, whoever's going to be lying is going to be having a hard time directing this into a calmer direction. Cards. Queen of Swords, the Page of Cups reversed. So somebody after acted or turned away, there's an insecurity going on here about this Two of Cups. Very much insecure or being emotionally reactive, emotionally manipulative, acting unhinged. And it's the same Queen of Swords here. So somebody's going to be communicating lies, most likely, about this Two of Cups. So when this high priestess manifests as a wish granted around his contract stuff, there's one particular individual that's going to be lying and manipulating the truth. She's going to be saying in her lies, she's going to say that Henry was doing this Two of Pentacles, that she was juggling more than one person at once, and that she was betrayed, Five of Swords, and left. And this is her way of trying to defend herself or stand her ground against everyone pointing fingers at her, you know, pointing out things about what's happening in the situation, or even accusing her of things. This is her defensiveness that she resorts to because she's having trouble moving into a calmer energy. She's not going to be able to move anything that happens. When this happens with Henry and this High Priestess, this particular individual that's upset about it is going to have issues moving things into calmer waters. Okay, and then they say, Wheel of Fortune, it will be seen as good fortune for Henry. A line, something that's meant to happen. It's going to show that it's not a secret. It's not going to be in the dark. It's going to manifest as a clear message about someone, okay, that he's romanticizing, okay, because Seven of Cups is thoughtfulness, romantic thoughtfulness with an Ace of Swords. So there's a message that comes out that he manifests, that he once said. He makes it happen. He makes sure that it's not quiet. There's going to be news articles or multiple messages released about this particular individual as a new relationship. Okay, so there is going to be news and messages as well as communication from Henry. Maybe a thoughtful, romantic gesture or words that he makes happen that will not be secret about a new relationship that he's involved in. Okay? So, and then there will be news articles released about this new person. Okay, so there's that. So this is all attached to Henry's PR situation, by the way. I'm still looking at Henry's PR. Okay. This is not just what's happening behind the scenes. This is about what's going to be public. Anything else? And then we're going to see he's going to be scouting. He's got multiple different projects he's going to be taking under his wing, or jumping into. Different opportunities, different little that he's going to be making money doing. Things that have not been announced yet. The Judgment Reverse is something that has not been announced yet. These are events that will happen out of the blue. We got the Page of Pentacles, and then we got the Tower. So unexpected investments. He's most likely going to be doing advertisement campaigns or something like long contract stuff. So they're just saying that this is stuff, the opportunities that he takes will not be existing ones. Okay, these will be brand new, that he uses to overcome hardships or obstacles or issues or whatever's going on here. So it just happens out of the blue, unexpected stuff, unexpected opportunities that he moves forward with. So expect there to be more advertisements or more image right arrangements. Two of Pentacles. He's going to be juggling more than one thing here. Shows. So there it is. But taking up opportunities, things that have not been announced yet. He's going to be juggling more than one thing. Unexpected investors or investments he rolls forward with. He takes with him on his journey, and they are confirming these are new opportunities for money. Or new roles, maybe a new role. Nine of Swords. What's interesting is there will be some energy or some stress related to online social media as he's cleaning out, like he's cleaning up the mess that's happened online. Okay, so he's aware of this stuff that's going on online, and he's very stressed out about it, so he's going to be doing what he needs to do to clean it all up. So there's that message. So everything that goes on that happens online, social media, will be mended he's going to be working on that. Okay, so last question. This is unrelated to his PR. How does Henry Cavill feel about Amy Denton? What are his feelings, emotions? How does Henry feel about Amy Denton? What are his romantic thoughts about Amy Denton? If any. I'm just going to say it like that, so you guys can see it. Clarify. What are Henry's thoughts about Amy Denton? Page of Cups. We've got, oops, okay, try that again. Without interference. Clarify. How does Henry feel about Amy Denton? Page of Wands, Page of Cups, the Knight of Swords. We got the Eight of Wands, the Page of Swords again. Oh, we got Page of Pentacles too. Okay, interesting. Got a lot of pages going on here. We got the Five of Pentacles reversed. We got the Star upright. We got the Devil, the Five of Wands. We got Queen of Wands reversed. Okay. Clarify how Henry feels about Amy Denton without interference. What are his feelings, emotions? We got the Temperance, and the Page of Pentacles. Sorry, not Page of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. King of Wands, facing the Knight of Pentacles. With the Two of Cups. The Six of Swords upright. Empress. Seven of Pentacles. Okay. Or say the message. Let's clarify. Okay, so what's going on with the pages? Clarify the page energies. Really quick. The Star. Three of Pentacles reversed, and then the Four of Wands, and the Nine of Swords reversed. Okay. Eight of Swords reversed. Okay. Alright, I'm going to set this down so I can do the translation. Alright, so starting from Knight of Swords. Amy Denton. The Nicole, or it's sweet innocence, or it's youthful. Page of Wands is about opportunities, opportunity or opportunist. Knight of Swords, so communications, news. This could also be news. These two cards could be a romantic message and passionate messages out of the blue unexpectedly. Okay, so how does he feel? Okay, so Eight of Wands, the Page of Swords, the Page of Pentacles. So he's invested into the online social media. Okay, so the energy here, he's aware of what's going on social media. He's aware of the messages. So this confirming to you guys that he's aware that I'm communicating about him and I, or about him in particular, or me and him being together. Messages. People may think that I'm opportunist, so that could be the energy there too. But the thing is, Henry's aware. He's the one handing the Page of Pentacles to the Page of Swords. So he's investing into having this news or this defense energy online with these multiple messages. So he's invested into the communications around what's happening with me. Okay, so they're just letting you guys know he's aware of my gestures, my information, the news, the me delivering messages, all that stuff, all that. He's aware. And they're showing the star upright. So this is a wish being granted. So something he admires or something that he likes. Okay, I'm covering the nudities because I don't want any more. I'll cover that one too. Three of Pentacles reverse is talking about removing peer pressure around the Four of Wands. Removing stress. So this is actually granting Henry his wish. The star is his wishes being made manifest, or something that he's wanted is manifesting. So he's getting what he wants. The dreams are manifesting, touching the ground. And he's admiring this energy. He's admiring the removal of that peer pressure around the gossip mills. Okay, so he wants this to happen because it's removing peer pressure. It's removing stress for him around the gossip mills. Okay, so they're just letting y'all know that he's aware and this is how he feels about me. Okay, and then we've got the Queen of Wands reversed, the Devil, and the Five of Wands. So he's aware of this, the arguing and fighting going on between me and Natalie. Okay, Natalie wants to control a situation here, right? She wants to control something. She's acting in an aggressive mode. She's resorting to unorthodox tactics or manipulations, strategies as a Queen of Wands reverse. This is unstable, combative Queen of Wands trying to control a situation, right? With arguments, Five of Wands. But the thing is, the Five of Pentacles reverse is showing a removal of hardship. And if anything, the Seven of Swords reverse is a strong indication that deception, the sneaky, shady behavior is unsuccessful. So around the celebrity. So whatever she's been trying to do with all this is unsuccessful. So his wishes are being made manifest, the star here again. So his desires are manifesting, his wishes are being granted around this energy, because it's removing his hardship, removing her deception, her attempt to control something with arguing and fighting. So there's the energy. Y'all know this is going on. Okay, I can't make it up. The cards show you guys that I've been communicating online, right? And there's arguments between myself and Natalie. Her trying to control things and going to these tactics to fight and cause conflicts, arguing, bickering. And you can see here the way he's feeling about it. I got 2 stars. So his wishes are involved here. Okay? What he wants is happening. Because me communicating, doing what I'm doing, is helping to remove peer pressure and stress around the gossip mills, the community. And it's also helping remove the deception, removing hardships and struggles. So both things that he wants to take place is happening there with me. How he's feeling about me. This is the energy. He admires it. He is recognizing it. He's attracted to this. The star is always about manifestation of wishes or desires. Okay? So this is Henry's energy. being acknowledged here and alongside what's going on between Natalie and I. Now, how he's feeling about me particular as a romantic person or interest, it shows here the Temperance, the Knight of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. King of Wands is Henry's energy. He's obviously taking action for this Knight of Pentacles. And then Temperance is about balancing things out or healing, mending something that's, he's leaving something behind in the horizon there, and he's balancing something out. So things are being balanced out, action for a long-term investment with the Knight of Pentacles. And then they show the Two of Cups, the Six of Swords, the Empress, and the Seven of Pentacles. So there's a mutual relationship between Henry and I, okay, which he's moving forward with. The Six of Swords here. See the woman, the child, and the boat. He's moving forward with this. He's chosen to balance everything out with in his situation using the situation with me. And he's going to be making me his Empress. There's going to be a tangibility, results. It pays off for Henry to have me as his Empress. So there it is. These are all energies that are relevant and taking place in the situation with Henry and I. So, Two of Cups is a mutual attraction, mutual consensual relationship. So two people that see each other as equal yokes. And he's moving everything into a calmer direction. Where he's moving to the Empress. Okay, he wants me to be in this Empress role. He wants me to have this energy here. He wants me to be his girlfriend. There's going to be Seven of Pentacles, it paying off for him. There's results to me being an Empress. Empress is also a wife in the tarot. So, and here it is. Here it shows him taking action to have this long-term investment. I'm balancing everything out. I'm a balancer in his situation. Because we have this Queen of Wands that's trying to control everything. With deceptions and hardships, and now all that's being unsuccessful because I'm combating that energy with her by communicating, by delivering messages online, which he's invested. He's dropped information. He's given his own pentacles into the situation here for me to deliver and act on. Okay, and here it is. Eight of Wands, me communicating those messages, me taking the initiative, taking action when it's the right time. These are wishes of his being manifested because it helps remove peer pressure and it helps remove his stress around the gossip mills. Also, the star here shows his wishes are being manifested because it's removing her deception. Natalie's deception and the hardship she's trying to cause with the bickering and fighting, her trying to go against me and try to get control over me. Is now, it's all unsuccessful for her, and that's making Henry feel very like his wishes are happening. Okay, so there it is. How Henry feels about Amy Denton. His awareness is there. He's aware of what's going on between Natalie and I. He's aware of the messages, what's being said, what's being argued about, all of it, which he recognizes, acknowledges, and it's all to his desire. He, like I said, dropped information himself, invested into the situation with the messages. And then we have the Two of Cups, him moving forward with me as our new relationship, as a new Empress. There being results, things paying off for him around his actions to go into a long-term investment with me. So long-term goals, and it's being mutual, and he's using the situation with me to direct his situation into a calmer energy. So that's why I'm in the balancing. That's why the Temperance is there, because everything is balanced out. So there it is. There's the reading. Thanks for watching.